So the riddle, one, I wasn't surprised that that was the answer we got because I'm thinking that myself inclusive, if I were to be asked these questions without being in the frame of mind of thinking of equality, I may have answered that because he was a father and I may have struggled with the question. And which just speaks to the fact that equality, equity, and inclusivity is requires intentional steps. There has to be an intentionality in our thought process. There has to be a lot of unlearning and relearning because by no fault of our own, we've been thrust thrown into this society that thinks this way and then we are raised this way and we may raise our children this way. So there has to be like some level of intentional effort. I've experienced International Women's Day for many cultures, and for some of these cultures in Francophone Africa, where I experienced Women's Day was a day to buy fabric for your female employees or husbands to buy fabric for their wives. There's a very funny story of this woman who used glue to seal her vagina just because her husband did not buy her Women's Day wrapper. It's a big deal in Cameroon. Like women queue for hours just to get International Women's Day fabric that is done by the first lady. They pay for it, but it's a huge tradition. So like your boyfriends need to buy it for you, your companies need to buy it for you. So to them, that's International Women's Day. It's a day when they go and march and they go and have demonstrations, they go and perform and they get wrapper. That's it. And in other cultures and in Nigeria most specifically now, I'm experiencing it as this thing where companies have to um, show their women of the month in very beautiful colors on their websites and all of that. Is this recording? Okay. Show their women of the month. And to me, it's become so much of a performance that it's almost lost its meaning. So, and every day is Women's Day, if we're being honest, because the fight for equality, the fight for equal access to opportunities, the fight for justice, the fight for inclusion is not done in 1 month. It's every day, it's intentional steps, intentional actions, and, being proactive. So, what I choose to do with the eighth, I think I started this from last year, is to take time out to actually think of the women, like my mom, my grandmom, and all the women like them, and all the women before them, who through one act of rebellion, or what was considered rebellion at the time, or even through just the simple things that they did, even staying in bad marriages just so that we could get educations, the sacrifices that our moms have had to make, that was their own fight for equality. Like they stayed in bad marriages so that their daughters could have access to education and this type of thing. So I choose to think of those women who decided to go to university when everybody said they could not, who decided to protest that they wanted to vote, who decided to ride bicycles or even drive cars, decided to compete. We always see the story of the woman who decided to run in the first marathon. Today, women are running everywhere, but they owe it to her, So I choose to use the eighth to be appreciative of the women that have fought and have sacrificed to give me the opportunity to create spaces where I can exist and be my full self. Crazy Space over the years has intentionally invested in women, from being women entrepreneurs, girls, youth, young girls in communities, adolescent girls. We intentionally invest and support women. Even if when you look at our staff makeup, we have like an 80%, 80 to 90% female dominated staff. And we invest in these women through ensuring that they have the skills that they need to grow in their careers. The one thing I would say is across our communities, as individuals, in our offices, in our homes, even in our neighborhoods, it's very important that we all embrace equity. Let's give everyone a chance. It's not rocket science, guys. take intentional steps. Let it come from a place of meaning. Let it come from a place of meaning. Intentional, because it is hard work. It is hard work. I've said this over and over again. It's hard work to change the status quo. It's hard work to break bias. It's hard work. So it needs to come from a place of intention, from a place of love, and a place of meaning. Thank you.